Hello everybody, welcome back to Critical Rocket today with the new Resistance 2 medium mech, the Quab. It is my absolute favourite Innisphere medium. I'm so glad it's here. It is tiny and it's cute. It is very, very cool mech. As you can see here from the build, it's pretty much the same. I maxed the armour, double heatsinks obviously, endo steel, and the engine is a standard, but I believe it's a 285 to make weight. Outside of that, there's a couple of double heatsinks in the arms and one in the engine. Yep, outside of that, it's just the standard build on the CRB20, which is 2 large, 1 medium, and small. So we go into the match. This one didn't quite fit my criteria for what I usually do for drops, but I thought it was a good enough fight. It was a win, but it was a bit of a brawl, and I think it kind of shows the kind of damage the Crab can absorb. Now, if you remember, late last month with the Black Knight launch, there was a bit of an issue with hitboxes. And yeah, it's only just been fixed. The Crab, on the other hand, has phenomenal hitboxes. Now, whether these are going to be nerfed or whether these are exactly how they were intended to be, I don't know. But at the moment, the Crab has a wonderful spread of damage. You can get hit quite a lot by the laser spamming or the PPC, well, not the PPC, sorry, the Ultra AC kind of shot, and the damage will spread quite evenly across the mech, and that's a really big plus. Another great thing about the Crab, fantastic heat management. Granted, firing the 2 larges and the medium at the same time does eventually bring you to overheat, but you can get about 4 or 5 alphas out of that without the small laser. The small laser you can add in just for the point blank range. But yeah, it's good enough that it's not going to overheat anytime soon. The damage output is decent, the armor spread and the hitboxes are great. With a tweaked engine, slightly bigger one in there, the speed isn't too bad. I think I was running about 92 or 97 kph, so not too shabby on the speed. For anyone who isn't familiar with the Crab, as far as Battletech sort of lore goes, obviously I will be doing a MechWarrior about this, but the mech is a 50 tonner that was built during the sort of twilight of the Star League era, just prior to the Amaris Civil War. It was a pretty important step forward in communications technology, which doesn't obviously bear much here in MWO, but it was primed to be like the new sort of mainline medium battle mech for the Royal SLDF forces, and sadly the Civil War sort of put paid to that idea. And for a long time it was quite rare in the Innisphere due to the Secession Wars, and then it came back during the Clan era when the invasion just started. I think in War of 3039, Comstar gave House Curator a whole bunch of them, and then the Helm Memory Core and Lost Tech came back, and suddenly loads of Crabs were being built. But yeah, if there was any downside to the Crab, the fanboy in me wants to say no, it is a perfect mech, but there is always an issue. Thinking off the top of my head, obviously your biggest punch is in your arms, and your arms are going to be the first thing targeted by any player who's got a nice clean shot on you, so you need to be aware of that. Once your large lasers are blown off, you're stuck with a medium in the CT and basically you got a small laser in the head, and that's not a great punch. I mean, it's the same kind of energy punch as a Vindicator once it loses its PPC, which isn't great. Also, although it's got a nice low profile, which means it can use cover a bit better than other mechs of the same weight class, it does suffer from the clan issue of having low slung arms, and obviously that means you will have to expose more of the mech than you would probably like to, and you will end up taking a bit of extra damage for that reason. However, its pros definitely outweigh the cons. It's got some great build opportunities. Yeah, it's another laser energy bow, just like the Black Knight was, and the Wolfhound is going to be after that. If you're not fond of your laser builds and you bought Resistance 2, you're not going to be massively overwhelmed. In fact, looking at it, the Wolfhound is kind of similar in build terms to the Crab. It's an ER large and 3 medium lasers, I think, so it's not massively different for heat and damage. I have to remark that it's a really good firing line they had set up there, the other team, that you could see just on the top of that bridge. But yeah, so not really much else to say. I think, again, animation wise it looks nice. I was a little disappointed there wasn't a nice little audio quirk like some of the mechs got, like the Griffin's sort of whirry kind of gyros inside when you turn the cockpit, or the Black Knight's like really sort of loud hum. The Crab just kind of it just is. So there's no distinct kind of audio cue when you're piloting it. There's also not much in regards to cockpit detail outside of the most prominent feature being that very long nose cone, which is definitely going to mark you out as being in a crab when someone spectates without even having to read the status window in the bottom left there, which is kind of cool. It does feel like you're kind of up against the glass. It doesn't really feel like you're sat back in a pilot seat, but outside of, it's still visually it's a nice identifier, and it's a good field of view that it's got, so you're not going to be worried about having a blind side to your mech. Yeah, kind of struggling. It's just a really solid medium. I could see this becoming quite popular with certain competitive builds. I mean, yeah, there's no ballistics. There is a SLDF version, which is the SL. CR, I think that's CR27B SL. That's Star League era version with pulse lasers instead of standard lasers, and it has jump jets. So that might be a front runner for most people who want to use this competitively. And yeah, I don't see any reason why it couldn't be a good CW mech for the inner sphere side. It does have some really nice options available to it. On the point of the damage front, as you can see, I have been getting hit. I've been point blank with a couple of mechs like that crab earlier, and you can see the damage isn't bad across the whole chassis. Legs are a bit orange. I don't know whether that's an indicator that the legs are more easily struck than the other parts. No idea. I haven't been legged very often. In fact, more often than not, I just tend to get blown up from CT damage. But as I said, the arms do get taken out quite quickly, slightly reminiscent of a Nova in the fact that they are big, flat targets on a profile shot. So you do have to be aware of that. But yeah, this round is pretty much wrapping up. It turned into a base cap. If you look at the top there, that's what we were doing. They drew them all back, but yeah, there was some really great moments here of just getting stuck in, and that's why I decided to use this round footage. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the Quab video. If you've got any comments, leave them below. Any questions, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And the paint scheme, just for anyone who's interested, I tried to base it on a Turian Concordat one because I thought that would kind of fit the whole low-tech kind of style for this crab. So yeah, have a good week, everyone. Critical Rocket, signing out.